1, 2, 3, turn your hand and come with me, 'cause you look so fine and I really wanna make you mine. You look so fine and I really wanna make you mine. 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks, 'cause I don't need the money with a face like that, do ya? No, you don't need the money with a face like that, do ya? Big black boots, long brown hair, she's so sweet with her get back stare. I could see you at home with me, but you are with another man. I know we ain't got much to say before I let you get away. Ooh, are you gonna be my girl? 1, 2, 3, turn your hand, come with me, 'cause you look so fine and I really wanna make you mine. You look so fine and I really wanna make you mine. 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks, 'cause I don't need the money with a face like that, do ya? You don't. Big black boots, long brown hair, she's so sweet with her get back stare. I could see you at home with me, but you are with another man. I know we ain't got much to say before I let you get away. Ooh, you're gonna be my Big black boots, long brown hair, she's so sweet with her get back stare. I could see you at home with me, but you are with another man. I know we ain't got much to say before I let you get away. Ooh, I said, are you gonna be
I threw a wish in the well. Don't ask me, I'll never tell. I looked to you as it fell, and now you're in my way. Traded my soul for a wish, pennies and dimes for a kiss. I wasn't looking for this. Now you're in my way. Your stare was holding, ripped jeans, skin was showing. Hot night, wind was blowing. Where you think you're going, baby? Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's my number, so call me maybe. It's hard to look right at your baby, but here's my number, so call me maybe. took your time with the call, I took no time with the fall. You gave me nothing at all, and still you're in my way. I beg, I borrow, and still I have foresight and it's real. I didn't know I would feel it, still you're in my way. Your stare was holding, ripped jeans, skin was showing. Hot night, wind was blowing. Where you think you're going, baby? I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe. And all the other girls try to chase me, but here's my number, so call me maybe. Before you came into my life, I missed you so bad. I missed you so bad. I missed you so, so bad. Before you came into my life, I missed you so bad. And you should know that I miss you so. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. Like, here's my number, so call me maybe. It's hard to look right at your baby, but here's my number, so call me maybe. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe. And all the other girls, you know they try to chase me, but here's my number, so call me, call me, call me.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone had a good weekend and you enjoyed Dreamhack Austin. Those were some pretty good games. And I'm gonna begin today by reviewing the decks so that I can get a better grasp about the metagame. And you can too. Wow. Got a little bit better from being sick over the weekend. Actually, a lot better. So, window capture. Dreamhack. This window capture did not work. No. Well, we're gonna have to do monitor capture. I don't know why. OBS window capture doesn't work anymore. Not entirely recovered yet. Thank you to El Pimpador. And there is only one T and Thomage for 7. Alright, so. Jockey and Terrence were in the finals. Spoilers. But let's scroll down and appreciate all the decks that almost, but didn't quite make it. Because it's not always the top decks, which are the best decks. We will look at all of them and see if there are any interesting ideas here. Thanks to Gosu Gamers for having all the deck lists up somehow. I'd already looked at Chaki's lists, but we'll take a look at all the others too. Zolays has 2 healing, Forbidden Healing, Humility. Argent Lance is interesting. 2 Acolyte of Pain. An Infested Tauren sneaks its way in there. Turns out that apparently you don't need Loot Hoarder and or Harvest Golem. Only 1 Keeper of Uldaman, 1 Solemn Vigil, 1 Kodo. And then the endgame is pretty standard. Nozothier and Ragnaros, Edric, Sylvanas. Actually, the Ragnaros, the Firelord, is a little bit extra. He brought Beast Druid. Wow. Zoe, man. Forbidden Ancient. Power of the Wild, Druid of the Saver, Druid of the Flame, Savage Roar. This is quite a deck. Fascinating. Little Miracola. To Conceal, A Journey Below. To Gadget. A Shadow Strike. 1 Violet Teacher. Pretty standardish, but all these lists are a little bit different. This off ballot. Wait, I already looked at this one, didn't I? Tempo Warrior. With Varian Rin. Looks standardish. To a Wrathy Weaponsmith. Lorange. Orange and Zole, same team. Do they bring the same decks? It's also a Beast Druid. It's also a Tempo Warrior. Same list. I don't know, slightly different. Kind of Fierce Monkey for something. Maybe for Ragnaros. Probably for Ragnaros. Got a Miracle Rogue just with Malagos at the end instead. Looked at Reddit. Competitive Reddit. Before I started today. Apparently someone had a 15 win streak with Malagos Rogue. Very impressive. Thanks for subbing, Judge Chaos. Reno Luck. Oh my gosh, there's a Molten Giant in this Reno Luck deck. Oh, no Mountain Giant though. Sick. Cult Apothecary made it in. Corrupted Healbot. Faceless Shambler. A weird deck. Seems weird, man. Sixa. Bloodlust Shaman. Got the Primal Fusion going on. Looks like a bit of an earlier curve. Lightning Storm in there. Master of Evolution, only one of. No Evolve. Under Bluff Valiant, 2 of. More of a totem deck, really. It's interesting watching Dreamhack and 2 Mana Tide and 2 Flame Tongue. I think this was the deck that I saw. It's basically more of a totem deck. In fact, almost all the totem synergies are in here. Almost. Pretty cool deck. Leroy version. Turns out Miracle is still a pretty good deck, apparently. Another Tempo Warrior. And another N'Zoth Paladin. Has a Spellbreaker. Seems like I've been doing it wrong with Flute Hoarders and Harvest Golems. Super JJ Malagos Rogue with an Emperor Thorson. This one also should have a Emperor Thorson, right? Yeah. But normal Miracle Rogue doesn't have the Emperor Thorson. Anyways, where was I? Malagos Rogue. Malagos Rogue is pretty good. Seems like from this tournament, if you were to make a tier list, it would basically be Zero, N'Zoth Paladin, Shaman of some sort, Miracle Rogue. Tempo Warrior, perhaps? I myself am not that big a fan of Tempo Warrior, but I can't say that. Thank you, Thalmage, Judge Chaos, and Steambrink for subbing. I can't say that without playing it myself, but it just looks weak. Face Shaman. Impressive. It's tough to see where, oh, this is Last Hero Standing. Whatever. It's tough to see which one of the decks let these people down, if it was a deck. Nope, that definitely looks like a face shaman. Good old Zoo. Any different from mine? Cuts one Argent Squire, cuts one Direwolf Alpha, includes the Dark Iron Dwarf. Adds in... No, it doesn't have Gormok also. Oh, it has 2 Crazed Alchemist. Weird, Super JJ. I did catch a little bit of the interview with JJ, who was like, oh, Crazed Alchemist is winning me games that I never would have won before. And Crazed Alchemist is kind of a good call given how many Doomsayers are out there, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Seems too tacky. You got a Control Warrior. Cool stuff. All Control Warriors are running 2 brawls these days. Which Thief for Farm. This is an interesting. Cthulhu Warrior. It's got a Doom color in here. It's like my K3 deck. Oh, only one Cthulhu Servant. How are you supposed to activate the Ancient Shield Bearers? Only 1 Beckoner of Evil and 2 Disciple of Cthulhu. And 1 Cthulhu Servant. I don't know, man. Can you consistently do that? Into an Emperor Vacular? That's pretty tough. Isn't this the one you would run 2 of? Interesting deck. It's a fatigue deck? Well, yeah. Okay, fine. Face. Face. With faceless. Interesting. Got Leroy with South Sea also. Reno Malagos Mage. What? What the? What is this? That's a pretty crazy deck. Fascinating. Thank you for subbing. Sport Tortoise. Pavel with a priest. They didn't know what to call this priest, so I just labeled it priest. Yeah, I actually have no idea what this priest is doing here. What? What is this? Well, it's a priest. Nazoth Arena Lock. With a Molten Giant also. And a Leroy? Oh, a faceless Leroy. Power Overwhelming. If only these guys had consulted me, I would tell them, you know, I tried Reno Luck. It wasn't very good. Aggro Shaman. I mean, every single one of these players only had so much time from the actual Old Gods release to the tournament itself, so it's pretty tough coming up with a competent 4-deck list. When we're into the season, like 2 months, we'll revisit this list and we'll be like, those are funny decks. Maybe. Let's see. Just saying Zoo. Cuts the Gormak for a Dwarf. Cuts an Alpha for an Alchemist. Cuts the Squire for Alchemist. This looks very familiar to Super JJ's list. It is the same. Some of these people are, of course, working together, coming up with good lists. So, this is the genius that brilliant heads together have come up with. I've seen a lot of miracle lists now. Decent amount of Fake Shaman. Our first patron, kind of a surprise. Hey look, Blood Warriors made it in. Okay, Freeze Mage. Well, that's the top 16. Otherwise known as the first losers. No, actually, they're not the first losers. Got Jasm. This Miracle Road deck, all the rounds. Another Freeze Mage. Control Warrior. Whoa, Sogoth the Slitherer made it into a deck. I'm Sogoth proud. What the? Weird. Okay. New card. Shaman-y decks. Someone will come up with like the ideal version of a Shaman deck, and it'll be great. I suspect 6-0 might have done it. Like, this deck might be the best one. Maybe. Might have to try that one out. It's also possible that in this format, since it's last year standing, you can come up with a deck so good that it just carries you. And you go like 15-0 with that deck or something. Priest. It's an Elise control priest. It's like, it's very similar to the one I came up with. He's just have chosen not to run Holy Nova anymore. It's like Shadow Word Concede. Except as Injured Blade Master. I wonder how everyone decided that Crazed Alchemist would be a good idea. There's some underground groups that I don't know about, apparently. Or High Legend is already playing with Crazed Alchemist. Because how does everyone come up with this idea at the same time? So this deck only has a change of 1 Argent Square for 1 Crazed Alch. Good old Control Warrior. How good was Harrison in this? So everyone was playing Miracle Rogue, which you can Harrison the Dagger. A good amount of warriors out there. Shaman with the Doom Hammer. The Dome Hammer. What's the other class with weapons? Oh, Hunter. There's no hunters in here whatsoever. Sorry, hunters. Only 4 classes with weapons, right? I guess sometimes you hit Rexus if there's Reno. Oh, Paladin. Yeah, there's a good amount of Paladin. I mean, if you briefly look at this, Warrior, Paladin, Shaman, that's 3. So Harrison good. Warrior, Rogue, that's 2. Shaman, Warrior, 2. Warrior, Shaman, 2. Paladin, Shaman, Warrior, 3. Warrior, Shaman, Rogue, 3. The Harrison looks like it's a pretty good idea to bring into this tournament. Where was I? This zoo. This is the standard zoo right here. Good old-fashioned, no, nothing weird zoo. Classic zoo. Mid-range Shaman. Shaman. A little bit aggressive. That's classic. This guy brought like the decks that I most likely would have brought. I like this idea that Chalky had of 2 Aldors, 2 Humilities, and 2 Kodo. Spoiler. Yeah, it looks like the loss of Mad Scientist led to Hunters not really getting there. Tempo Warrior. There's probably something critical that I'm missing about Tempo Warrior versus Patron. This guy decided to put in a Dark Iron Dwarf instead of an Argent Square. Alright. Crazed Alchemist so good, decided to put it into a Shaman deck. What? 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 Wow. Freeze Mage. Interesting. Alright. Top 4 decks. Freeze Mage. Pretty standard list. Miracle Rogue. Pretty standard list. Looks like 2 Conceal is kind of the win condition. Priest might be good against that, since he can counter conceal. Zoo. Classic Zoo. Oh, I was looking at the wrong deck. Wait. Freeze Mage, Miracle Rogue, Control Warrior. Running a Malkarok. Looks like Black Knight was pretty bad in this tournament. Not many targets. Maybe this guy was expecting Druids. 1 Armor Smith, 1 Taskmaster. Forgot Blood to Ichor. I haven't seen Taskmaster because most people are running Blood. Bloodhoof Brave is very popular. Thanks for 7 Marine Mike. Reno Luck. Ooze, Doomsayer, Protector, Bronzebeard, Earthen Ring, Shadowbolt, Sen'jin, Spellbreaker, no Giants, BGH, Faceless Manipulator Leroy, of course, Siphon. I still like my idea of 2 Twilight, 2 Mountain, but I admit it might be too slow. Whoa, this guy has 2 Earth Elemental in his deck. Weird. Billy B. Trying to take advantage of that Eternal Sentinel. N'Zoth Paladin. 1 Humility. 2 Kodo. Put in a Harvest Golem in there. 2 Infested Tauren. Sick. These cards at the end are pretty much always the same, other than like a Ragnaros, possibly of the Firelord version. That's kind of interesting. Everyone's running 2 Forbidden Healing. I wonder if you can get away with only 1. Patron with Ragnaros. Pyromancer. 1 of Pyro. 1 Pyro. Pyro Inner Rage. It kind of makes sense. Pyro Blood to Ichor. That's cool. Ragnaros might be the weak link in this deck. And good old Zoo. Very standard. Zoo. And the top 2. Miracle Rogue. Faceless. Oh, Terrence is going with the South Sea Faceless strategy. That's interesting. South Sea Cold Blood Faceless. Reno Luck. Got Abusive, so good that you put it in the Reno Luck. No Sun Fury. Faceless, Leroy, Powerwhelming, Black Knight. Now he's probably a little bit weak here. Alex and Lord Jaraxxus. Patron Warrior. This looks pretty classical. The Kor'kron Elite is like the one card that is possibly something else sometimes. Aggro Shaman. Yes, I have seen Chest Dude's Malagos Rogue. Very impressive story of his laddering. Face Shaman. Cool, cool. Now if more face, less? Less face. Face Shaman with less face and faceless. What? Alright, and then Chalky the winner with N'Zoth Priest. This is really weird. I looked at this deck and I was like, wait, there's only Sylvanas and 2 Shifting Shade to be in Azoth, but there's also the Museum Curators. It's a very interesting deck. This is a very interesting deck indeed. Control Warrior from Chalky. 2 Doomsayer. Wow. This is almost like the Tentacles Warrior. Similar in idea, certainly. The Zoth Paladin. Chalky's take on it was 2 Humility, 2 Kodo. Seems like it served him well. And Zoo. He tacked in a Leroy, Crazed Alchemist, Soulfire, and Immortal Coil. He tacked out 2 Argent Squire and what else do you cut? Doomguard? Doomguard, yeah. Okay. Good job, Bachaki. He did it! Thanks for 7 Marine Mike. No Danganronpa today, talking about Chalky. I'm gonna be going to board games tonight. So, yeah. Wonder how I look at the player rankings now. I haven't played a tournament in a while. Eh? Trump? Oh, wow. Number 37, boys. Impressive. Wall ratings. Alright. Anyways.
I'm glad you're here, friend. There's a